Hey, good evening. Welcome to Extemporadio. My name's Brendan O'Day. I'm the producer of this show, and the things you'll hear over the next hour represent the views of Extemporadio and the people making it. All opinions and quotations in no way represent River West Radio and the sole responsibility of the producer, guests, and callers. River West Radio is not liable for any legal issues arising from the content of this program. Lucky for them.
It's good to know.
Lucky for them.
It's important information.
It is. So, I am Brendan O'Day. I'm here every Monday night from 7 to 8 p.m. Right here at 824 East Center Street in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, in the front window of River West Film and Video. The fine folks here that put on River West Radio so you can find out about the goings-on in your world. Joined tonight as usual with Mr. Jason Evans from MKFunny.com.
I'm on display. In the display window.
We're
Monkey Dance.
Yeah. That's the voice of Nate Ford joining us all the way from Boise, Idaho.
Live.
Hello, everybody. Yeah.
Came into the studio tonight instead of just calling in.
I got lost.
Got lost. It's an easy thing to do.
That can happen around here.
So it's a beautiful Monday night. Yesterday's evening temperature, 62. Tonight's evening temperature, 27.
Winter is here.
Man, we love Wisconsin.
I love it.
There's nothing about Wisconsin you don't have to love. You know, all that crap that you're, when you found out, 10 years later that your mom was losing her mind, that was all brought on by the schizophrenic weather that we have here in Wisconsin. That's just the way it goes.
All 4 seasons in one day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's that whole Lewis Black bit back in the day. Was that he came to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and he had all 4 seasons in one day. It's beautiful stuff.
There's only one reason it got so cold out.
Oh,
I had to do work on my car.
Oh, is that why? Yeah,
That's why.
Yeah.
And I had to do something on my car, so it's going to dip well below what it should be.
Yeah, we had to kind of empty out the garage and make room for a tenant. So same thing. It's like couldn't have happened yesterday. Couldn't have gotten here early enough yesterday to do that.
Your tenants can live in the garage? That's incredible.
Yeah, it's awesome.
They let anything happen here in River West.
It's the best thing about River West.
Is it? Tenants in the garage?
Well, I don't know if that's the best thing, but it's the relatively laissez-faire attitude that allows people to just do that.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's liberating.
It is, isn't it? It's awesome. It's great.
How much do you charge for like a garage, like to stay in a garage?
Yeah, how much is
It's about $100 a month.
Is it?
Yeah.
Does that include heat, or is
No,
there no heat?
No, because it's not insulated. It's not insulated.
What?
Yeah. That's the way that goes.
You're not one of those slum landlords, are you, O'Day?
No, slum
No?
landlords would get $200 for this garage. Are you kidding me? We're the nice
Plus
guys.
utilities, plus
We're the
utilities.
nice guys. Yeah. Anything's possible.
Oh, good times.
Yeah.
I got a question.
Okay.
How much black do you actually own?
Why? Because the black hat? That's
Just
a new addition.
it's amazing.
Black
Yeah,
hat,
yeah,
black
it's
gloves came out today.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like I would never see you coming. It kind of scares me, actually. I'm glad you live down here and not in my neighborhood, because I'd never see you.
Well,
So how much black do you own?
Enough.
75% of his clothing is all black.
Wow, 75%?
Oh, it's more than that.
That's what I was looking for.
It's pushing 80 to 90%. I would say it's
Wow.
close to 90%. I've got a few, I've got a white shirt that if I need to do like a dinner with a tie.
Well, I was going to say, what's the other percentage? Like rainbow clothes?
No. There's white.
The other end of the spectrum.
Just crazy.
There's
Yeah,
a
like
couple of
Hawaiian
red.
shirts galore.
There's a couple of red shirts and I used to wear a lot of blue. I liked blue.
That's my favorite color.
Yeah, I liked blue, and then me and blue, I guess I took it a little too personally, and started living my life that way. So
that's
I
not
didn't.
happy.
No, it's great because then that makes the easy move right to just go right to black. You just fade
that's true.
to black.
Well, a lot of
You've
people.
been blue long enough.
Yeah.
Fading to black doesn't take much.
Well, a lot of people say that you dress how you feel. That's what I've heard.
Yeah. That's kind of how it goes.
That's why I go out naked most of the time. Hey-o!
Oh.
After a while going around naked in your house, you just think, this is just ridiculous. I'm going to bed. Why am I doing this?
Yeah.
It's cool at the time, but after 15 minutes, it's very uncomfortable.
It is, well, especially in my case, the kids get all freaked out. It's just it doesn't work. So
Yeah.
and then Child Protective Services call, and they show up at the door.
It's okay, they're naked too.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what their issue is. That's all a lie. I'm just kidding. I don't need any issues. I got enough issues. Looks like you're doing something very important over there.
I am. I'm glad the listeners can see us doing nothing. But it is kind of funny. The back of our sign is actually showing up on the feed right now.
Well, that's good.
If you'd like to earn up to $1,500 a month, call 414
$1,500.
$377 right now.
I have no
want to
idea.
know.
I have no
Call
idea.
that number.
We should probably do that.
Yeah,
shouldn't
do
we?
that, please. I'd like to earn that amount of money.
We should probably do that. We should see what's going on that signage. But they're going to know then that we swipe their sign.
You guys stole that sign.
First of all,
well, it's not stealing. It's actually
removing. It's
litter.
illegal. Yeah,
it's litter pickup.
It's litter
totally
collection.
illegal. Yeah, it's totally illegal to put
I
all
used to
those
put
signs
those
up.
signs out
Yeah, it's
for a
completely
company in
illegal.
Texas.
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of like what I do with business cards. I use other people's business cards and write down my information on the back to give to people.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, that
That's
makes
great.
sense.
So then they go, oh, what's this card? And they flip it over and they see you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there you
that's
go.
Cool.
That's awesome. All right, well, we're calling them here.
I just
Didn't
heard
call?
a beep number or something. It went doot, and then it went nothing.
I kind of want that job.
I do. I really want that. I could use that kind of money.
I just don't do bathrooms. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
here it comes. Oh,
Yeah,
dropped out.
Oh, really?
So somebody did it with a burner phone,
Yeah.
and then they cancel the phone. Yeah, so that's too bad.
Burner phones.
That's too bad.
It's ridiculous.
Well, is there anything? Anybody
Probably
looking?
like a modeling job or something.
Well, let's do the hard stuff first. Let's cover the upcoming gigs. I got to ask you a question. Let's cover upcoming stuff. Coming up on the 23rd and 24th, we've got the Red, White, and Blue Comedy Tour flights, benefiting various groups, including Honor Flights, including local VFW groups, including Fisher House, including Wounded Warrior Project. We are going to town with 2 shows in Dundee at 7 and 9 o'clock, and 2 shows at the Astor Hotel at 7 and 9 o'clock. And actually, I think it's 7 and 9:30 up in Dundee. It's going to be a great night of comedy and a great weekend of comedy here in Milwaukee. And all 3 of us are on those shows. That's going to be
great.
pretty crazy.
I can't wait.
But Nate Ford, where are you going to be Saturday? You're going to be in Beloit, Wisconsin?
I'm going to be in Beloit, Wisconsin at the Pitcher's Mound.
Yeah.
There's a wonderful booker out there.
It's a great show at the Pitcher's Mound.
Yeah,
What
it
time is
is,
that
yes.
show? We don't even have to mention the booker. What's the Pitcher's Mound?
I think it starts at 8. I don't
8
know.
o'clock show over there in Beloit. Anybody over in the south central part of the state, check out Nate Ford, Eric Kokonis. Do you know who else is on there?
A couple of Chicago comics.
A couple of Chicago-
Awesome.
I forgot their names, and I do
Colin
apologize.
Bullock or
No. Well,
that's too bad. But because that's already a stacked lineup with the two of you
Absolutely.
guys. They don't need
Yeah.
anybody else. They needed one local guy, and that would have been a great night.
Powerhouse.
But of course, that booker just doesn't know what the hell he's doing, so he just constantly makes big mistakes like
Thought
that.
we were
anyways.
talking about the booker.
I'm not. I'm just
We're
talking.
not-
I'm not going to mention the booker. I'm
Yeah.
just talking about the
Oh.
mistakes
Not
that
the name.
bookers make.
we're going to talk about the
No, we're not going to talk about it. But that's commonplace. That would be standard operating procedure for this guy. So that's pretty fabulous. So
Can we call him like a different name, like Potato?
no, that's all right.
okay.
If I was going to call him a different name, I'd call him Penis Head or something like that.
That's
but,
derogatory.
No, that's part of his act.
Oh,
so,
okay.
He
I
actually has a
understand.
penis on his head.
Are you kidding?
No.
Not.
No.
It's
He has,
the-
Well, I gotta ask, 'cause
he wears a styrofoam penis on his
Because
head.
we have tons of comics right here, and I just need to ask if you guys are joking.
No, that's absolutely true. That's
yeah,
absolutely
that
true.
is absolutely
That's amazing.
true.
Yeah, yeah. That's
That
pretty-
is amazing.
It's about the stupidest. Yeah, it's about the stupidest.
When
thing
is
I've
this
ever
show?
seen.
Saturday?
Yeah.
This is Saturday down in
I gotta get
Beloit.
up there.
Well,
I don't think he's performing.
He's not going to be
though.
Oh,
performing.
no.
He
Oh.
won't be on the bill. He won't be on the
Yeah.
bill. A couple of Chicago comics, Nate Ford, Eric Kokonis. Go check that out at the Pitcher's Mound in Beloit, Wisconsin, Saturday night, 8 p.m. If you're down that way. Otherwise, good stuff going on at the cafe this weekend. Sorry. And what else you got? Do you got something coming up between now and the 23rd?
No, nothing.
Okay, you're just,
No, I'm
so
good.
now we can talk about what I want to talk about. What happened at the Papa Social Club? How'd that show
It was
go?
good. It was great.
Yeah.
The crowd's actually growing. There was about 30, 35 maybe people in there,
Yeah,
and they were
yeah.
a great crowd. Awesome. Very receptive.
Outstanding.
Was that Johnny Beaner? Is that correct?
Yeah, Johnny Beaner show. Yeah, Johnny Beaner, Michael D.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a great show, man. It was really good. Bill Vegas did a guest spot, and then I hosted.
Nice.
It was a lot of fun, except the lights went out or strobed during my whole set.
They,
so that was a
they're
little
having some
tough.
problems with that.
It was tough.
That you'd
It was
think they'd
tough.
have that figured out by now. This
Well,
is the third run.
The last time
Yeah.
I performed there,
Yeah.
the lights went out right at a punchline, which usually
Yes.
happens.
That's timing.
Boom!
Timing's
This
everything in
time-
comedy.
Well, at least he had lights. So that's
Yeah,
exciting.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second.
Vegas was he was really good with it. He was talking to the guy. He's like, "Okay, are the lights set? Are they set? We're about to start. Turn them on. Let's go." And the guy's like, "Okay, they're all set. They're good. I will put them on as soon as he gets on stage." And Bill's like, "All right, cool." So Bill was handling the issue, whatever would
Sure.
come up. And then I get on stage and I started no lights. I keep going, no lights, and then strobes. Like
Are you
intense.
sure you weren't having a seizure?
I thought I was at first. I really did. But it all in all, it went really well. The lights stayed on for everything else. So, but it was a great show. I had a blast. So it was an awesome show. It's really growing, so that's good.
Awesome. That is great. I'm
was
glad you had a
fun.
good time. We did a nice little show up at the City Grill in Wausau, Wisconsin on Saturday night. Was that Saturday night or was that Friday
Yeah, that
night?
was Saturday.
That was Friday night.
That was
Was it
Friday night.
Friday
That was
night?
Friday night. And I did a nice little guest spot up front in front of the inimitable Mr. Ford. And Brian McCree was headlining from Flint,
Cool.
Michigan. Brian's great. And had Mr. Ford and I not gone into the room ahead of time, it is hard to say what we would have had. I think we would have had more like a corporate seminar
A meeting.
environment,
Oh,
meeting
really?
room environment if we would have left it to them to set up.
Oh, okay.
So we got things squared away to get the best possible circumstance, but you really would have needed to just kind of like lay back against the wall in order to get any light on the front of you on your
okay.
face, just because of the way the room's lighting was
Well, at
set
least
up.
you
They
had
didn't,
some.
they didn't have like a spotlight. They had like just the lights from the ceiling, which were
Yeah.
high above. And
Oh,
so when
okay.
you-
25-foot
gotcha.
ceiling,
Wow.
and the lights are about 34 inches off the wall. So if you step anywhere past 34 inches away from the wall, you are
Yeah.
now in silhouette.
Oh, okay.
So we did our, and you couldn't do it. Brian tried. Brian literally tried to basically lean against the
Now,
wall.
Yeah.
Brian is black.
Brian is a very
okay,
dark-skinned
yeah, wow.
black man.
Okay.
And he wears very dark clothing. Yeah, it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
to-
Good crowd.
No. Not at all.
It was they enjoyed themselves, but it was just you just couldn't get any momentum out of them. It was
Oh,
just
okay.
like-
I got you.
It was just like a little roller coaster. Like, okay, we're here. We're just talking.
Yeah.
Okay. I understand that you can't really see any facial expressions or anything like that.
Yeah, that's
to-
tough.
To
Yeah.
really enjoy what's happening.
Yeah.
And which is understandable on both parts, but we did our thing and to the best of our ability.
Well, there
and,
you go, yeah.
And hopefully they'll learn from that and
Yeah.
have a better, bigger shows.
I was actually thinking of going up there because I saw your post. I was like, I could really get out of town. I got work the next day, whatever. And then I looked at him like, whoa, 3 hours. Don't think so. That's way too far for me to go. I'd be spending it's like when you go scuba diving real deep, you get there, but you can only stay like 10 minutes. So I'd go all the way out there. I'd only be able to stay like half an hour, and I'd have to go right away. It's like, why even worth
Look,
it?
are you a comic or somebody that has to get up for a daytime job?
I know, right? Morals.
Exactly. It was, the way I described it was stilted. It was like every single joke was standing on its own. There was no momentum to be built. And I'm not being, this is not patting myself. I think I actually got the best traction with them and kind of kept them on a roll for a little while. But even then, I hit that kind of dead spot. It was just like, wow, you could just feel the like the brakes being applied. And we just, whatever. But, built it back again to the end. So I think I did my job. But it was a little... It was a little interesting, little rough.
Yeah, some crowds there's just nothing you can do.
I am up. Oh, look at that.
You can see up there.
Sometimes there's just nothing you can do.
No shave November, by the way.
No shave November. Look at that November beard over there. Yeah.
Actually, it's been no shave for a while.
I haven't shaved for like a year and a half. So
it's finally coming in.
It is. It's looking good, right? Yeah.
Oh, it must be so nice to be 22.
Yeah, I wish.
There you go.
That was very nice of you.
There you go. So the reality is that it's already the 12th of November, and we've built a few dates for the Red, White, and Blue comedy tour, and hopefully this is going to be something that takes off. Not a lot of. Can't really gauge it right now, but some big ads are going to hit here in Milwaukee in the next couple of days.
Did you get hot models?
No, but the billboard. Sure.
We have a billboard.
The billboard
Awesome.
At the corner of North and Oakland. We're hopefully pushing that billboard from Wednesday to Wednesday.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So that's going to be...
With your mug on it.
Your big face pointing at people.
Great.
Going like that.
Yeah.
We want you to come to our show.
Don't miss this show. Actually, we should probably just do that.
That might chase people. That might chase people away. I wouldn't do that.
But it's going to be one of those fun things. So it'll be all right. I think it's going to be a nice show. I think we're going to have some nice time and
good cause.
Great cause, obviously. The veterans are our cause, and we had a very spirited discussion after the open mic last night about veteran services and the class of people that sponge on the taxpayer's dime. And because one of our compatriots in comedy was telling a joke that kind of draws that comparison that military people are kind of like just like other people who sponge off the government. And I said, yeah, but they actually did something for it. Yeah. And more importantly is they were promised a whole bunch of things, and they're just trying to collect. And it was kind of nice to be able to open the eyes a little bit and say, well, would you like, if they claimed you were going to get free health care after committing your service, depending on the length of service, would you like to have to jump through hoops every time you went to go get your health care that they promised to you? Would you like to have it be, where you have to go in and describe your symptomology to every single physician? Because every time you go, it's a different doc. And it's just, this is not what they signed up for. Yeah. And just to be able to go through that process without it being a complete pain every single time, might, hey, and if anybody really wants to know what government-funded health care is going to be like, spend an afternoon down at the VA hospital. That's the best example we have of what medical care is going to be like under the auspices of the federal government. It's going to suck.
Like the DMV.
Exactly. Well, do you want your retirement plan to go like Social Security? Yeah. For every dollar sent into Social Security, barely 60 cents on a dollar makes it back out to the public. The administrative cost is 40%. The general welfare state is 70%. Yeah. That's insane.
Well, name a great run government program.
That's all I gotta say. So that's and all these morons that just say this is the answer, that the government is the answer to everything. You have no freaking clue. Just literally spend a day with a vet, someone who's been promised all these things. Just see how they treat these people who've sacrificed everything. You who've sacrificed nothing, what are you going to be treated like, you idiot? just drives me insane
You're
to
really
think that.
that black is making you angry.
The black's not making me angry. I like
just
black
a very
people.
angry man.
I like black
wasn't-
people. You're a very
You're
racist
close.
person. You're a very racist person.
Close. Great.
Blacks don't make me angry.
Great.
Blacks make you angry. What? Oh no.
You know, if you put me on a billboard, now I'm in
We'll
deep
just
trouble.
cut
They're going
that
to be like, hey, that's him. Get him. Get him.
Oh, look at that guy.
Yeah. How do I look? Is my hair all right?
Thanks for dressing up, buddy.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks, Nate. Thanks a lot, man.
Get the Sunday
Nice.
best on. Yeah, there you go. So,
So Thanksgiving's almost here, and then I got to start stealing for Christmas. It's tough.
you got to start stealing for Christmas.
Absolutely.
Really? That's where you're
yeah.
going to take that? That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I call it sales.
5-finger discount.
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah. Well, what else you gonna do? I mean, it's just stuff's expensive. My kids, I get the mistake of giving them toy booklets from the Sunday paper,
Yeah.
and they're picking out stuff. They're like circling pages. It's ridiculous.
They are, huh?
Yeah, I'm like, come on, really? It's
All right.
insane. Yeah, like Lego sets are like over $100 now. Some of them.
Wow.
I know, right? What the heck? That's ridiculous. What's your opinion on that, O'Day?
Legos are those are the key to my life. I learn more building Legos till 3 a.m. about deadlines. Making sure you get the client to sign the contract before you start the work. Legos really brought me forward into the world of construction, and are probably responsible for most of the decisions I've made in my
You
life.
should definitely write them a letter.
I don't know if they speak English all that well. Aren't
Probably
those like
not.
Scandinavian or something?
You know what I learned about Legos? You can't eat them. That's what I learned about Legos.
Is that what you learned about Legos?
Yeah, that's what I
You
learned.
can't eat them, or you can't digest them.
You just can't eat them.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure some of those small little hand-like pieces, the little ball and socket with the single pod, those the guy could pick the stuff up. I think you could eat those pretty
You almost
easily.
lost, Nate, the Christmas of 1982.
Wow. What do they taste like?
I don't remember. It's,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Plastic?
Yeah, plastic.
Toxic. Oh, back then they were like
But back then,
toxic
yeah.
plastic. Yeah.
To me, maybe I thought it was like a piece of candy. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, they actually make candy that looks like that stuff now, don't they? They make those
Sure.
little Lego. You can like put them together and stuff. It's
Then
like
eat 'em.
yeah, it's not right. It's like cross. It's like confusing kids. Like the other day, I saw a kid sitting on the corner eating a real cigarettes. It was a shame.
Yeah.
Hey,
Pretty soon, then they're gonna go to that candy crack.
Yeah.
Candy cigarette.
Get
Candy
the
cigarette.
candy glass pipe. Yeah.
Nice,
Good.
nice.
Good times. What are you doing over there that's so important over there? You're like
Are you looking up the
typing and
news?
stuff. I'm gonna keep mentioning this.
I'm working. I'm promoting the show. I've just put on your Facebook that you're on the air right now.
Well, that's lovely.
Oh,
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I didn't mean to
Sure. Yeah.
barge
yeah.
in on what you were doing.
Yeah, I'm just over
just
here.
curious
I'm just
'cause
over
it's
here, just having fun. Just
Well, I
doing-
didn't know what you were doing. That's why
just
I
doing
asked.
my thing.
It was-
Yeah, it's great.
So what did you do today? What did you guys do?
I called a few radio stations
Oh wow, cool.
to help out with promotions and whatnot
Yeah.
for the shows coming up. Then we cleaned out his garage,
Oh, okay, for the tenant. Yeah.
and it was very cold. And then I think we took a nap. I don't remember.
Oh, take a nap. You guys took a nap?
We take a nap.
You took-
That's freaking weird. Thanks. That's kind of bizarre.
yeah.
Wow.
No, the worst part of it is we actually didn't do it, but didn't take a nap.
Oh, okay. Whoa. Thanks for clearing that.
But why
up.
would you?
Woo.
I mean, maybe you checked out there for a moment. I mean, that's kind of
Every once in a
interesting.
while,
But
Well, that's all right. You gotta take a nap when you can, man. You know. I was at work. I took a nap. I was tired. It's exhausting.
you took a nap at work.
Of course.
That's great.
Well, you get paid. I mean, getting paid to nap.
yeah.
That's a good deal, man.
Or if you go to the bathroom.
Absolutely,
Paid,
yeah.
right?
That's what I wait. A lot of people do that. It's economical. You know, so that's always a good time.
Sure.
So so Thanksgiving is coming up, right? Do you have any plans with the family?
I don't know. My wife makes all the plans. I just go along with them. She does everything. I don't even know whose house I'm going to. I don't. I have
Get
no
them
idea. I
on
won't
there.
know. Yeah, I'll be like, hey, like the day before, what are we doing? Oh, yeah, we're doing this, that, and the other thing. Oh, okay, sounds good. All right. Sounds great. I'm going to eat a lot. No, I have no idea. I got tons of. I know what I'm doing this way. I'm going to see the Midnight Swinger over at Joker's. I've been waiting for him for another year.
Is that what you're doing on what night?
Friday.
Friday night?
Absolutely.
Maybe we go out and see the Midnight Swinger.
The
huh?
Midnight Swinger rocks, man.
Is it this Friday or next Friday?
This Friday and Saturday at Joker's.
Next Friday, we'll actually be at the Roadhouse in Dundee, Wisconsin for
Yes.
the Red, White, and Blue Comedy
Yes.
Tour.
Wow.
Yeah, it's that close.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I interviewed him last year for MKE Funny and went and saw him show, and it just blew me away. I was like, "Jeez, man, how do you do that four times?
He's very energetic. He
Very.
just keeps going.
Unreal."
Another comic like that is Dale Jones.
Oh, okay.
Just insane. Like, and then they come off and like they're sweating.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, don't you just want to pass out? No, I got to do another show. Got to do another
Yeah, I
show.
know.
Like,
It's like, jeez, how do you get that energy, man? I mean, it's unreal. So I'm going there Friday with about 4 or 5 people because I told him I'd take him the next time he comes to town. So we're going over there. And then Sunday we got Stephen Lynch. So I'm going to see Stephen Lynch.
Yeah.
a lot of stuff happening.
Yeah, how many people do you think you're dragging with you over there to see the Swinger?
Me and 3 probably.
Okay.
So I'll get a table for 4. I was going to call up or message John over there and try to get.
John?
Yeah.
Jesse?
No, John, the
Okay.
owner. I usually get
You
tickets.
just blow right past Jesse?
Yeah, I blow straight past him and go right to the
now,
owner
does
of
just
Silk.
Jesse kind of run it, or does his family run it? Like his daughter kind of takes care of most of things.
Jesse's daughter?
Yeah.
Is Jesse old enough to have a daughter that would run things?
I think so, or sister.
I'm not sure.
Sister? I don't know.
I've met him once.
He's a cool dude.
I said, yeah, I heard he's really cool. I just said hi and shook his hand, and that was about it.
Yeah.
But
I miss giggles.
yeah, I was there once. The very last time it was open for that competition.
Oh yeah.
That was my first competition I ever went to, and that's the first time I ever went there. And then it was like, "Hey, we're closing." I'm like, "This place is
Thanks to
awesome,
you,
man."
yeah.
I don't live out there, man. That's too far for me. I don't drive very far. But no, so it'll be fun. I'm gonna call up, try to get in, and hopefully. Last time I went there, it was packed. So he usually packs the house pretty good when he comes into town.
Yeah, they got their list of people that kind of like the Swinger.
Yeah.
Swinger?
Have you ever seen him perform, Ode?
The world's most dangerous joke.
Yes. Yes.
I've I caught part of his act one time.
Okay.
I had to leave, unfortunately.
Really?
Yeah. Only because I was offended.
Really?
Yeah, that was a little too much.
Show?
No, it was a little too much. A little too many rhinestones.
Oh, what?
I have about 1,000 rhinestone limit. And when somebody comes out wearing close to 2,000 rhinestones, I just have a hard time being
Well, it
able
takes
to.
a special person to pull that off. I mean,
Yeah,
Elvis.
Yeah, and I think that's where it comes from. Is that if you can't really pull the 2,000 rhinestone limit in such a way that makes people, I don't know if I can. I don't know how heavy I can get behind.
Was it a jumpsuit or?
It was the jumpsuit. Yeah, he was in the full black and
okay.
white jumpsuit.
All
yeah,
right.
yeah.
I gotta give me one of them.
He was pulling pretty hard.
I asked him where to get
tugging
those
away.
suits. I asked him where to get
Tugging
them.
away at that audience.
I asked him where to get them suits, and he said he's get some custom made because some of them suits are pretty nice.
I would have to imagine.
Yeah, those
I
are
like
awesome.
his overenthusiasm, his cockiness on stage where he takes out camera.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I like that.
I like that. He's a great entertainer. It's just a little too much of remember when, remember when,
Yeah, I
remember
gotcha.
when,
Yep.
remember
Yep.
when.
But he's the Swinger, man.
is,
He's gotta
he's the
remember when, or it's right off to the old age home for him, and poor guy is gonna be suffering Alzheimer's pretty soon, I'm sure.
But you guys go out there and see him. You guys decide what you think of it. Let's put a little comment contest on this. Just go and see him. Write a comment on River West blog or whatever, and say,
there you
"Hey,
go.
we really enjoyed it. Nate, you're wrong," or something.
Yeah, get out there and see the Midnight Swinger at Joker's Comedy Club
Swinging
this
through
weekend,
Milwaukee.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and it's not a one-night show. He's there the whole
Oh,
week,
he's
right?
there the whole weekend. Yeah.
So it's a big week for the Midnight Swinger here in
Absolutely.
mega metropolis that is
Then
Milwaukee.
we're
So
going to see Stephen Lynch, which is awesome. I can't.
it's gonna be
wait to do
awesome.
that.
Sunday night, Stephen Stephen Lynch. Is that Turner or Pabst?
That's Turner.
That's Turner.
Yeah.
That's going to be a great time. And
I'm taking advantage of those tickets, man. I'm just
you got to take advantage of those tickets, man. If you don't put them to use, then the commies win. Then I really believe the Chinese win. If you don't
The next show is International Midget Wrestling. I'm going to.
What?
Yeah, right.
International
awesome?
Midget Wrestling.
Yeah, they're a federation.
Good for
Don't
everybody
mess with
involved.
them. Yeah.
That is awesome. That's good for everybody.
I want to see him jump from the ropes. That's all I want to see. That's all I want to see. There's certain things you want to see when you see someone,
Sure.
Like James Brown, I wanted to see him bring out the cape. That's what I wanted to see at that show.
Sure.
And they did that, and I figured midget wrestling, I'd want to see him jump off the ropes. I think that would be the thing I'd like to see.
Sure.
Yeah.
So do we have to check in with Ed and Samantha at, was it Ed? Was that guy's name at CVS Pharmacy? We haven't checked in with them in a while.
I don't know if you want to do that.
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Really?
Yeah, I think she hates our guts.
I
think we aggravate her.
You think Samantha hates our guts?
Yeah, I think we aggravate her.
What was his name? Do you remember?
Ed.
It was Ed?
Yeah, it was Ed.
Here's the worst part then. I lost a whole bunch of phone numbers.
Oh, did you?
When I switched to, what do you call it? When I switched...
SIM cards?
No, that's stupid. iPhone, Apple ID. And it jumped me back in a point in time in history that I just don't know, what it's about. But
what?
Yeah, so
That ain't right.
I'm missing a bunch of phone numbers. And
Did you lose my number?
no, actually I added yours after I did it. So your iPhone number, but
Could you get rid of it? I'm totally kidding.
done and done.
Wow.
It is ridded.
Amazing.
It has been rid. You're gone. It's all right. No worries. No worries.
Could you dump my number, please?
Ladies and gentlemen, comedian Nate Ford's looking for a place to stay for the next 5 days.
You can come stay
You
with
can
me.
pick him
Nate.
up at 824
You can
Center
sleep-
Street in Milwaukee.
You can sleep on my couch and creep out my kids when they get up in the morning. What's that man?
Just a guy on the couch. I've been kicked out of an apartment. I've been kicked out of a pizza place. I'm now in Brito Day's closet. I am.
At least you're not in the garage where he puts the tenants.
Yeah, right. There you go. I can't believe we
Next time
lost
I'm
this.
staying
I'm
here this
so
movie.
sad that I lost that. That's amazing.
That's okay. Don't
So
be sad.
what is up with the CVS people? You guys called them up by accident? And
No.
No, Mr. Evans here had a challenge.
An altercation
With
with
the,
myself in my head with this guy.
With his abilities at the lottery terminal. And so he wanted to.
There were like 3 people in line, and it took him I'm sure it wasn't this long, but it seemed like it took a half a day for us to get
Sometimes,
3 people
yeah.
through the line. And
Walgreens, CVS are the worst. If there's maybe 3 people, they go haywire and they don't know what they're doing.
and I wanted to call and ask Ed if he was trained on the.
And instead,
that's what we did.
well, we got Ed the first time, right? We spent
Yeah.
a little time with Ed.
Yeah.
This
Thank
time.
you for calling CVS Pharmacy.
1650 North Farwell Avenue, corner of East Grady.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin. To refill a prescription, press 1. Doctors, press 2. Pharmacy, press 3. Non-pharmacy calls, press 4. Photo, press 1. General store questions, press 2.
There we go.
Please hold while we transfer your call.
All right. We're going to see if Samantha's working tonight over at the CVS Pharmacy.
She sounds like a lovely lady.
She's wonderful, actually.
Yeah, she doesn't like us.
Thanks for calling CVS. This is Charlie. I can make your days here.
Hey, Charlie?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Is Samantha working tonight?
Yeah,
Is she available?
she is.
Thanks.
Thank you for holding. This is Samantha speaking. How may I help you?
Samantha, is Ed working the lottery machine tonight?
He is not.
What's going on? It's been so long since we talked to you.
Samantha.
I know. You miss me, don't you?
We do. And there's actually a raging debate here of whether you hate us or whether you merely mildly tolerate us.
Well, hate's a really strong word, so I think I'm going to use the term I'm gonna play ignorance on this one.
You're going to just endure us tonight?
I love you in Hades. How's that?
Oh, that's awesome. And how have you been doing? How's everything at the CVS pharmacy tonight?
It's been amazing. I have midterms, so I've been crazy tired. But other than that,
Oh, that's awesome.
Are you doing your homework at work?
no, I try not to do that because I don't, I feel like I'll slack on my homework.
Nice.
So,
So has there been any good comedy in your life lately? I know you're a big fan and you're on the comedy scene every now and again. Friends of yours are in comedy, so
they are.
so what have you been seeing lately? Have you seen anything, or are you just waiting for school to get over?
I'm just waiting for spring break, or waiting for Thanksgiving break.
Awesome.
Because I'm a double major in accounting and finance, so for me, I don't.
Wow.
My idea of laughter is, watching my cats.
There you go. And,
Man,
and
I sound
watching
like
those
an 8-year-old
decimal
woman
points
already.
move. You got to keep an eye on the decimal points.
How many cats do you have?
Well, they're more humanistic than I am sometimes. So,
Oh, there you go. How many cats do you have?
well, I have 2, but my boyfriend's cat just moved in like a month ago. So
So you guys are a 3-cat family now.
Wow.
we are.
You're not
It's
that
like
crazy.
Little House on the Feline. What?
What?
Little house on the
Little house on the feline.
That was cool.
What are you
Yeah.
guys doing to those cats?
You know what? That's between us and the animals.
There you go. Consenting adult. Because what's the when do cats actually reach adulthood? Is it about the same as a dog? Is it a year? Are they out of their teenage years by the time they're a year old?
I don't know. I tried not to pay attention. I was just making sure that they didn't vomit on my floor.
There you go. Yeah. Was there any fighting that took place when the new cats were at it? When the new cat came into the house, or was there
Oh,
general
absolute-
acceptance?
Well, of course there was. I mean, nobody wants anybody invading their space.
So they,
And I would have thought by now that they would have already known who each other are. I don't understand the constant sniffing of butts. You'd think after the first couple of times you learn your lesson.
wow. Well, I guess it's like us reading fingerprints and things like that. So
DNA.
Yeah, Jason hates it when I do that to him too. So.
I really don't sniff the individuals that are around me. At least not the second time.
you
The
go.
first time I at least get the scent.
Well, that's
Exactly.
good.
Well, hey, on the 24th, the Saturday after Thanksgiving, we've got a show over at the Astor Hotel. You should come check out that comedy show on Saturday the 24th, and
Okay.
and I will make sure you get in free. You're gonna have to pay for your boyfriend because all the money from ticket sales goes to the vets. But you should come check out that comedy show Saturday night, the 24th, at either 7 or 9 p.m. Two
All right,
shows.
well, hold on. Let me write it down so I have that information.
That is awesome.
All
So,
right, 1 second.
yeah, go ahead, grab yourself a pen and pencil, and we'll just hang out here on the air. We'll just wait a little while.
Does CVS have like a wonderful music on the phone? Can we hear that? Just
Dude.
No, usually it's just the gremlin we keep in the basement.
you have a gremlin? Where are you guys located?
We're on the corner of Farwell and Brady.
I'm
Yeah.
so gonna. Oh, I know where that's at. That's yeah.
Across from the Starbucks. That's where we met Samantha. Jason and I were at the Starbucks.
Oh wow.
And she came across the street, and we were just talking
I'm
about it.
always at. It almost appears that I work at Starbucks because I'm there more often.
That's great.
Or hold stock, either one.
That is
Yeah.
awesome.
It's an addiction I don't mind having.
Yeah. Well, and the fine, poor, the folks at that little coffee shop out in Seattle appreciate your business too. It's important to have.
Oh, I'm sure.
You
Because
are very-
without me, I just don't think they would survive.
Yes, you're a very important cog in the corporate wheel that is Starbucks. It's very
Yeah.
important. Very important. So that's going to be
Just
A little.
say again.
that's going to be Saturday the 24th
Saturday the 24th.
at the Astor Hotel, right up there at
Okay.
924 East Juneau, and 7 and 9 p.m. shows. Tickets are available at the door, $10. And we will make
Okay.
sure that Samantha is on the list. Samantha, it's just going to say Samantha from CVS
All right.
will be on the list.
Couldn't
Come on in.
you call me Barbie or something interesting so that way I sound like I'm famous?
How about Babette?
How about what?
Babette.
Baba?
Babette.
Diane Weist. You're Diane
Alright.
Weist.
Not the British Diane Weist, but the Diane Weist from CVS on Brady Street in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You make me feel so loved.
Well, no, I mean we didn't know how famous you wanted to be.
It's kind of like an STD kind of love. You know what I mean?
Oh, whoa, hey, hey, this
Word
has got
just
to be.
sticks with you. We just can't
Yeah.
get rid of it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we're the gift that keeps on giving. That's comedy right here. All right, hey Samantha,
Look around.
thanks for taking the call. I hope you guys have a great night over there at CVS. It was fun chatting.
We shall. I'm going to go refill my coffee, take my cigarette break, and pretend that I got to share this wonderful body with other human beings. I can't just do a CVS.
Yeah.
How much do you charge for that share? We gotta go. Talk to you later.
I think once you hit 30, you get to charge less. Well, you boys have a fun night. I'm going to go on my break.
I'll be there in 10 minutes.
Yeah, see you now. Bye. Well, that's our good friend Samantha over there at CVS Pharmacy on Brady and Farwell.
All right, so I was half right. Well, the reason I said that is because she never showed up at our show over here.
Yeah, that's we're actually gonna, if she doesn't show up at the show on Saturday, that's gonna be the next line of questioning. Is gonna be, hey, are you like a comedy tease? Well,
the last time we talked to her, it was in the middle of that huge meltdown, unfortunately.
So it was, wasn't it? Yeah, she actually was the catalyst.
Time,
she was the catalyst for the start of that debacle on the 10th of September, and that was
kind of
pretty
torturous. I would figure.
Oh, it was pretty fun. No, she was right there. She was throwing blows. She was swinging. It was great. It was a great night of discussion and comedy. But she just. Yeah, we're gonna have to see if if she was doing this to a certain comedy collective here in Milwaukee, then she'd be like a cock tease. But but she's doing it to the Extemporadio crew, so she's really just kind of a temporary tease.
I got you.
And yeah, so that's the way that's.
I assume she goes to the comedy cafe a lot then, if she likes comedy.
She actually goes to
sports,
comedy sports for some improv.
Yeah,
she's an improv girl.
That's funny. That's a plug right there. Ryan Buds and Dale Zawada from Chicago. They do this between the gigs. I don't know if you've ever seen it, Jason. It's very funny. It's betweenthegigs.net.
I'll have to check it out.
Go check out Between the Gigs. It's a good time.
They got on the map because they had Todd Glass like a thing with them where he leaves messages.
That's awesome.
For Ryan Buds because he was going to open for him or something. It's a funny, but they just had this recent one about improv and it's pretty funny.
I'll have to check that out. That's cool.
Betweenthegigs.net.
Awesome.
Yeah, good stuff. Check that out. That was. I didn't expect Samantha to be such a ray of sunshine.
She was
in our
very
life
nice.
tonight.
She was very nice. I was glad I was half wrong about that.
So after the show here tonight, if you're interested in carrying on any of our fabulous conversations that we've had here on the air, joining us over at the Black Rose on Oakland and Locust.
Chicken wings.
You can check us out over there.
35-cent wings?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Wow.
We can head on over there, and you can come continue the show and chat with us. And we've got our special guest Nate Ford, all the way from Boise, Idaho, here with us tonight.
Yeah.
And,
I'm gonna try and get a guest set at the Comedy Cafe this week sometime.
Cool.
Scott Henry is there. I don't know if you guys know who that guy is.
No, I've never seen him.
I don't really know either, but he grew up here in Milwaukee. He grew up in Wisconsin.
Really?
And now he's back at the comedy. I'm gonna try.
That's
I don't know.
cool.
So Chris, if you're listening to this,
sounds like an MKE funny interview opportunity.
Yeah, I got a lot of them. I got a lot of interview opportunities.
Do you really?
Yeah, I just don't have the time. That's the issue.
Wow.
It's rough.
look,
I'm
are you a
working on it.
family man, work man, or are you a MKE funny interviewer?
I got to be all of them, man.
Interviewerist?
Interview.
Unless my wife makes more money so I can do this website thing full time. Hopefully she will. She needs to, buck up and make a little more. I'm pulling in my $6,000 a year.
Well, he's a Bob and Tom guy apparently too.
Is he?
But it's kind of funny because he apparently used to have a website that said it was Scott Henry and sorry, but you're looking for something that isn't here.
A lot of these guys, their
the
sites are not working.
Yeah, it's the
They're
official
really hard to get
website
hold
of Scott Henry. He's got management, man. He's got Three Arts Management for Mark Schulman, and he does voiceover work.
Wow.
Mike Schallbetter is his. So you can't even. He's been on Comedy Central, VH1, NBC, ABC, UPN, FX, XM Satellite Radio, and the Animal Planet.
The Animal
Wow.
Planet.
So
they're doing stand-up now?
Yeah, apparently he must talk to the animals.
Actually, there's a lot of comics doing like on VH1, like the best of the '80s or whatever.
Oh,
They're doing something like that with animals.
Oh, okay,
when
I
animals
see.
attack, or they're hosting a
Or the
animal
cutest.
show.
The cutest.
The cutest.
That show makes me want to puke. Seriously, my kids watch it. My wife
Says
watches
he's
it.
been on the road since '89.
Wow.
Former machinist, tool and die maker. First couple of years spent entirely on the road, going club to club. Then different shows on Comedy Central. Then guest spots on King of Queens, Chelsea Lately, and Sports Soup. And he just shot a pilot for the web series called Dusty Peacock. Recently finished shooting a film called The Thrift Store Cowboy. And he's a voiceover actor, voicing over 100 commercials like Netflix, Michelob, Toyota, and many more.
Good for
He's
him.
at Cafe this weekend. Awesome.
And he's at the Comedy Cafe. You're not going to let me finish? He's on the Travel Channel.
Oh.
He voices a show called 1000 Ultimate Experiences. He's also a top corporate host and is currently emceeing the grand openings of Microsoft stores around the country.
Wow.
Wow. Nice gig.
I'm going to bet he doesn't have an iPhone.
We're gonna find out.
Traveled to over 50 different countries, including Afghanistan and Iraq, and entertaining our military troops within the USO and comics on duty. In addition, he's had the pleasure of performing for numerous associations and Fortune 500 companies, including Toyota, 3M, and Buick. Maybe he met Tiger Woods. Do you know there was a point in time where Buick was selling so few cars?
Segway.
Buick was selling so few cars that with his endorsement deal, Tiger Woods was getting $19 of every Buick sold. Was going just to him to pay off his endorsement contract. Wow. That's a lot of money when you think about it. They still sell hundreds of thousands of those cars, and boom,
Right
$19. I'd like to be in that negotiating room. I'd like to be sitting there at the dealer and just going, no, I'm not. You got to take another 19. Is that your bottom line? That's your best price? I want $19 off. I hate golf, and I refuse to support millionaire athletes in their pursuit of leisure suit sports that if you can drink a beer and smoke while you're doing it, it's really not a sport.
Well,
That's my take on it.
Do comics get sponsors like that? Like even like big shots like Larry the Cable Guy.
Larry the Cable Guy has his own potato chip line.
Oh, that's true. Well, he created that, I guess. I mean, that's not really like a sponsor.
Well, but no, I'm sure somebody came to him
Yeah.
and said, "Hey, we got this great idea to put your mug on these taters, these tater chips."
French fried taters.
Yeah.
I was so tempted to buy a bag. Like, I just wanted, I don't know why. Maybe it just.
Well, that's what
I'm
commercials are
gullible.
supposed to
Well,
do.
that's
what they're
just it.
supposed to do.
We've all been tempted.
Yeah.
We've all gone, yeah, look at you know how
been
stupid this would be
tempted.
to buy, how crazy this would be to wacky. I took a picture of it. That's as far as my commitment went.
We've all
What a
been tempted
great,
by Larry
you know,
the Cable Guy.
but then you'd have that moment of clarity and you go, what does 25 millionaire a year Larry the Cable Guy need with another, what does he get, 20 cents out of that $2 bag of potato
Yeah, you
chips?
get what you can, though. You get what you can when you can.
No, yeah, I love the guy. Good,
Well,
good
actually,
for him.
most of I guess, I don't know how much it was, but on the back of it said part of it will go to charity, his Get Her Done charity, which helps out other charities.
Wow, it's a charity helper.
It's a charity.
I think we
Wow.
know where our first phone call has to be as soon as we get home today. That's awesome. Larry the Cable Guy, we got a red, white, and blue comedy tour, and we need your help.
We need your charity to help us
We need
out.
your,
Let's
we need
try
your
not-
charity.
Let's try not to mock him with a fake Southern accent.
Yeah.
Let's-
that
I'm just
might not
trying
be
to make
good.
him feel at home.
Hey, y'all.
That's a very valuable sales technique is to mimic your if someone's talking really slow to you, you should slow down your speech. And if they're talking in a very clipped method, you should really try to mimic their speech. So if I'm talking to Larry the Cable Guy, well, I'm just gonna hit myself with a frying pan before I meet up with him. And
Hey, y'all. If your charity doesn't want to back us up, I'm gonna be as mad as a termite on aluminum siding. That's all I got. That's it.
wow,
That's all I got.
oof.
That's my country. What?
It's
You okay?
leaving. It's
Are you
not
having a-
snowing. There's leaves.
Are you having a seizure over there?
No, I thought it was suddenly snowing giant snowflakes and it was leaves flying off
Yeah,
the trees.
it's okay.
Because it was snowing earlier today here in Milwaukee, and we're running out of time here. The show's running down.
You'll be okay.
But hopefully we'll get a chance to talk to Larry the Cable Guy and
Yeah.
Mark Schulman, or Scott Henry. Who's Mark Schulman? Oh, that's the guy's agent. Let's give his agent a call. Hey, how do we get represented? So anyway, check out the Comedy Conclave that will be coming up next week Sunday, the 25th at Rounding Third. Eric Kokonis's fabulous discussion of comedy, and go to comedyconclave.com. Listen to the last inspiring discussion of comedy. It was actually a very inspired and upbeat thing. Thanks everybody for joining us tonight on Extemporadio here on RiverWestRadio.com.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
And Nate
awesome.
Ford, thanks for being here. And come on over to Black Rose Cats. We're going to have some wings. Wing time!
Yay.